A flex calendar is a modified version of the current academic calendar in which we provide academic instruction for 9 weeks, and then there's 2 weeks of rest and rejuvenation, unless there are students that need enrichment and they can come to school for a week of that time.
A flex calendar is going to be a new school calendar here for the PGSD that would allow students to go to school for 9 weeks and then be off for 2 weeks, while also allowing for normal breaks like Thanksgiving and Mardi Gras.
It's not year-round school. In fact, I did a little bit of research on my own and contacted some of my friends who teach in other districts who use this, and they don't feel like it's a year-round school. They really feel like it's similar to what we have, but it gives them some mental downtime to kind of regroup and refocus. Sometimes they're back in the classroom preparing for the next term, but it just reinvigorates them and they feel refreshed, and their children do too.
It is definitely not year-round school. We still have 180 days. The schedule will pretty much be the same day-wise.
An intercession could be two things. We could have an intercession and have kids come for a week or 2 weeks. In an intercession, they can come for educational purposes and focus on those that are lower. A fun end of things, you know, there could be also like football camps or soccer camps during that time that they could attend. Intercessions will be great for these children.
During the break, what we're hoping to happen is students can come in for remediation, give students and teachers the break that is definitely needed, especially for students that are having a hard time in the classroom, teachers that are teaching those students that are having a hard time. But mainly what we plan to do during that time is do remediation and refreshers for those students.
Schools will look at the needs of their students and their population, and then we'll select students for enrichment or remediation based on those needs. Some students will be able to have the full 2-week break. Some students will come to school for a week.
Well, I think the athletic teams could have kind of like summer camps, but they wouldn't be during the summer, it'd be during the intercessions for the local communities. I mean, community service projects they could do. So there's a lot of different activities that we could do with the high school students.
Absolutely, meals and transportation will be provided during intercession time.
PGSD will provide meals and transportation, as well as to any games, sports, and activities for the district.
Yes, if your student is selected to go to enrichment or remediation during intercession, we will provide meals and transportation.
Oh yes, it's definitely going to be good for teachers. Again, especially for those teachers that have the students that are struggling. To teach those students all day is a difficult task, and I think that it's just a great idea for the students and the teachers.
I do think it's good for teachers. I think it gives teachers and students a break so they're not so burnt out during the whole roundabout time that we come to school. It gives us some time to have a little intermission, then come back and keep going.
Yeah, I do. I think it would be really good for teachers and students. I think it would give us a much needed break throughout the school year and let us recharge the batteries.
I think it's good for families, really, because you know you're limited to vacations. If you're a family who takes vacations, then you're limited to doing that in the summertime. And now you'll have 2 weeks in October when the weather's really nice and the rates are lower, where you'd be able to take a more affordable vacation, maybe to a different venue.
Yes, I do think it'll be a good thing for students and families. Students during a traditional summer break lose a lot of the things that they've learned from the previous year, and so maybe this will allow for less summer slide.